Next up on Rhythm Republic Radio is an interview with Anthony Billoni and DJ 3PO Christopher O'Connor, hosted by Sugar D and russ8889. These people that have been in the music scene since the 80s, from running clubs to working at Satellite Records, these two have incredible influence and still going strong.
All right, hey, this is Sugar D, and you are listening to Across the Pond with Sugar D and russ8889. We will be broadcasting Tuesday on rhythmrepublic.live, and then we'll probably have the rebroadcast sometime next week. Stay tuned to at Queen City Pouch for that programming. And then, of course, you can tune into YouTube for russ8889 for all the postings of these interviews. We have with us Anthony Billoni of How to Have Fun. He is the originator of the legendary Artists and Models Affair from back in the 90s. One of the probably the most successful events that I can remember from the 90s, very consistent. And it was great with coupling a lot of art and a lot of music. And now we have the Broom Room back from, it's been 2 years. You started 2 years ago in 2023. Is that correct?
Yes.
And bringing it forward here into 2026. Really excited to have it back. And you have three amazing DJs with you. You have 3PO, who's definitely one of my favorite. We go back decades, and Christopher O'Connor, and John Caglia, who is a legendary New York City club DJ, and then a new up-and-coming artist, Mutilism. So, Anthony, tell us a little bit about the history. Tell us a little bit about Artists and Models and what that was.
Yeah. I got involved in the local art scene in the, believe it or not, late 70s, which was Hallwall's Contemporary Art Center, which was actually started by Robert Longo and Cindy Sherman and Charlie Clough. And I became the performance art curator in I think 1980. And right around that time, punk rock had sort of transitioned into this whole explosion of art making in the Lower East Side of New York, where artists and musicians and rappers and breakdancers and graffiti artists and performance artists, you name it, they all came in together in all these amazing locations like the Squad Theater and Club 57 and Area and Danceteria, eventually the Limelight. But the thing that really got me was how different the entertainment presentation was down there than it was here in good old Buffalo, which was go to a bar and watch a band for 45 minutes, drink for 15 minutes, and then watch another set from the same band for 45, blah, blah, blah. It really, really sucked. One of the bright spots of it was actually where Caglia started out, was a place downtown when no one went downtown Buffalo called Mean Alice's, which was the gay bar, and they played really cutting edge disco. And I got the same thing in New York, hearing the most amazing DJs, and I said, I want to bring a piece of this back to Buffalo, where you could go into a place and never know what was going to happen next. So I started doing these small parties, but then eventually by 84, I came together with a whole bunch of artists, and we started the Artists and Models Party. And we found some unusual space, a warehouse, an unused building, what have you, and did that. We put interactive installation art inside the space, all over the place, and some visual art, and a really good bar. But to me, one of the most important pieces of it was gathering some of the best DJs in town who, believe it or not, weren't allowed to play the kind of music that I told them to play at the Artists and Models. They all knew what was going on down in New York City. They all knew that, house music was just starting to happen. Disco was kind of waning, and there was a lot of underground stuff. And the music mixed between a lot of beat-oriented new wave music and a lot of old-style funk music, and then the house music came in, and it was an incredible combination. So the dance floor to me, and to a lot of people, would just show up and just go on the dance floor and dance for 5 or 6 hours. It was just kind of like the religion they talk about with house music. It was happening at the Artists and Models in Buffalo. It was pretty amazing. Eventually, I opened a couple clubs, and the Jam Club was more tied in with the dance floor and that same vibe of mixing new wave and house. And it was great. It was an amazing time all the way up into the early 90s.
Yeah, I remember going to a couple myself, and that was always the thing to do. It was the thing of the year to do, to go to Artists and Models. And it was really amazing how Buffalo showed up, and it really was cutting edge and the first of its kind of these events in our area. And I can't say Artists and Models without the person that I went with, which is, may he rest in peace, Christopher Exotek Moody.
Oh, God bless him. He was another guy that came in the line of amazing DJs, and he would first show up and DJ, and then he brought the whole nomadic crowd in with the cow, and we thought this was just too big for him to just come in on the main dance floor, so we gave them their own space, and they just took over and made that sort of like a whole tribal scene all on its own.
Yeah, Nomadic Tribe wasn't amazing. A group of people now no longer with us too. Christ Sinister also passed on. We can't go on without saying Chris Shorb. May he also rest in peace.
Yeah, we've lost a few people along the way, and it's sad to say for sure.
Absolutely. Well, that'll lead us right into you, Chris, the legendary DJ 3PO. You were part of Nomadic Tribe as well before you moved to New York City.
Yes, that's correct. And I actually, even when I was in New York, I continued, from a distance, and they would have me come back here and play, like, 94, 95, 96, 97, in that era. And then I got them a couple of gigs down in New York when we opened up for the Orb and also the Chemical Brothers at the Hammerstein Ballroom. So those were two pretty big gigs. So I was able to get them to come down, and people just vibed from it was Marcos and Scott and Chris and myself, and just the people in New York were, everything. A lot of things start in New York, but there was something different that we brought, energy wise, music wise. We were a little bit more, I guess, like avant-garde. We were just you just never knew what we were going to play, and that's more common now. But back then, it was pretty much not that way. It was, people had their genres that they stuck to. There wasn't really. There were edits and remixes and stuff like that, of course, but there were not. It's not like what it was today. And like I said, we would just play. You never know. We could play like drum and bass. You play breaks, house. You throw in some soul, some funk. It just, we were really disco, obviously. You just never knew. So we were a little, I don't know if it's ahead of the curve, but we were definitely.
You were definitely ahead of the curve.
Doing something.
I just want to throw in on that and build on what Chris said about those of us who came from Buffalo. In that when I did Artists and Models and our own thing, and I just said this to someone the other night talking about the Artists and Models. I said, every year I went into this, I never even had a second thought about, I wonder if we'll get enough artists and creative people involved in this, because somehow deep in my heart, and what I learned from the early 80s, was that Buffalo was just chock full of creative people dying for an outlet. And it wasn't like we were trying to be like New York. I took some of the random energy of how things came together in New York, but everything we did, and including the Boom Room coming up this week, has a distinct Buffalo stamp on it. And Buffalo, I'm just so proud that Buffalo represents and stands up. Look at John Caglia went to New York City and did Come Together, the second one in a row. And then some of the world's biggest DJs saying, yeah, you got the cred. I want to play next to you. And this guy is just another kid from Buffalo. Yeah. And with that, I gotta jump out because I'm gonna just put this on the speaker for a second. Go ahead, Suzanne. Go ahead. There's a Bills game going on that's crucial for our team, and that's one of my other loves in town beside house music. But go ahead, ask your question.
Absolutely. So now we have the Boom Room coming up. Are there going to be art installations as well?
I think in this one, I really wanted to just focus on this. This is probably the best slate of DJs I've ever put together in years. I've worked with John. I've worked with Chris. Chris was part of the first Boom Room. John was around watching what was happening and got very excited. But I've never worked with Sherry, and I'm not shy to say I'm a total fanboy of Sherry Mutualism. I used to, in my old age, and I'm old, I don't mind admitting it, take disco naps so I could go to Sherry and Mario's parties that did not even start until 2 a.m. So that was still happening, and I was glad to be there. But she's going to bring some real really fresh energy along with these two amazing OGs.
Well, then you heard it from Mr. Billoni himself. That'll be on the 17th in Buffalo, New York, at Buffalo Distilling in Larkinville. Doors are at 9 o'clock.
I'll see you later.
Thank you so much.
So nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Bye.
very nice. I'm interested, Chris. Was you playing a lot of music from Europe in the early 90s, or was you getting so much coming from the States that you had enough there? Because in the UK, I was importing or buying stuff from the States, right?
Right. I mean, I guess obviously it depends on the style that you were looking at. If you wanted to play, like deep house or something, I was probably looking more in the States, like tribal house, and genres like that. If you're going more for techno, I guess you'd go more European. Progressive was more European. Break beats are kind of a mix of both. And so like like in my styles, like is kind of, it's it's house based, but
Yeah.
I love deep house. I love tribal house. Like I said, I used to go see Junior Vasquez and Danny Caglia in the very early '90s. So I love that New York City hard house, tribal sound. I also love the like Sasha and Digweed, like those guys were like huge influences on me. Like early, like Carl Cox. I mean, Carl Cox, that was still awesome. But and then there were like little clubs around New York City that played a lot of deep house, like Body and Soul, and there were some other smaller venues that would real intimate and a lot of vocals and inspiring house music. And so at least at that time, I guess it still continues. It's just, I don't try to pick out one thing or another. It's just I definitely just it's just more of a feeling. Like I know almost immediately if I like something, and which kind of helped me become in the position at Satellite Records when I was the buyer for there. That was my job, was to just to pick the music out for that record store, which we sold. At one point we were selling $100,000 worth of vinyl every week, which is a lot, and so I was just on the phone with, the U.S. Labels, the European labels from all over Europe, so my, depending on the genre, I guess, like definitely different countries have their strengths and weaknesses, in my opinion. In certain music, I mean, you can find great music from anywhere, for any genre, but as far as like genres go, I mean, I think like certain areas, I mean, it's pretty well known. Certain areas put out some really like within what they're good at, and so back then, I mean, I guess primarily, I don't know, long story short, was a lot of it was UK, I guess, most of it, but not all of it.
Okay, yeah, no.
Some Italian, like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but like,
the
early '90s, like, there's a lot of really good Italian music coming out. I mean, it's not like that's not the only time, but house music and like that. They, for some reason, they got into like sampling a lot of funk records, and they put out some really good, like, was it Irma? I think that was the label, and Gesto Funk. Like, there was like really, really good Italians music. So definitely, if I saw like an Italian record, I'd be like, okay, I gotta listen to this. And sometimes it would be super cheesy, and sometimes it would be just like, it would be like incredibly like, oh my god, it's so good.
That's the thing of being a DJ, right? You're like, I guess when you was a buyer, you was getting the distributors and stuff trying to sell you tracks, so you was able to listen to a lot of stuff and pick out certain stuff for yourself to play, right?
Oh yeah, of course. And the nice thing is that we were just sent promos all the time. So I had, I always had like advanced copies of things, and and I would give them out to friends if it wasn't something I would like. We would give it out to, we had, every single DJ that you can imagine would come in, into that store. from all over the world, pretty much everybody. So we would sometimes, we became friendly, Danny Tanega was a big one, and Paul Okenfold was another one that were, DJ Dan, they were like repeat customers, and Danny we would give him special hours to come in and to listen to stuff. And if there was like a techie kind of tribal track we thought he might really like and stuff, we would put that aside for him, and not just ones that were at retail. We just get the promos, and sometimes we give it to them. And we got thanked a couple times on his mix CDs. Same with Okenfold and stuff, just for helping picking out their tracks and stuff. There's I could go on for hours with that, but anyway. So
yeah,
yes.
but that's nice association, though, right? There's like Okenfold is one of the originators. He's one of the original boys that come back to the UK from Ibiza and started clubs up with. There was I can remember a friend of mine having Cole Cox DJ for him for £100. That was how much it was.
Yeah, back then you would just just the things that you would get to see. I saw Sasha DJ in a hotel room in Miami. That was fun. He was that was like there was like mid '90s sometime. It was like 20 of us in there. That was something to see. That was a special time. I'm super fortunate to have been able to be a part of it. I definitely.
You've been all over yourself. So name some of the bigger parties that you played. What was your favorite party? Like, what was the best party you've ever played?
Oh my gosh! I mean, there's different things that make it a favorite to me. Like there's like sometimes it's not just the party, it's like the things that happen before and after, and just sort of the experience, like the whole experience. So for example, like Venezuela, that was played in Caracas and an island. Played there a bunch of times, but like just played in an island outside of Caracas, Venezuela. Called Margarita Island, that was pretty special. It was on a beach, it was pretty incredible. There was a mansion I played at in Caracas, like a private type of party that was pretty incredible. Playing the main floor at the tunnel for it was New Year's 2000, I think it was. That was something that was very memorable, just because I'd gone to the tunnel so many times, and it's such a big place and incredible just venue, so that was very special. And then the Toronto played the Government, that was big. Playing alongside like Frankie Bones, I think it was Hardware, main floor. So that may have been the biggest one, at least like just like in front of me, like kind of crowd. That was pretty major.
Nice. So that's what I was saying. So I remember my first time coming to Satellite Records, and I think I was coming to visit. I came by to say hi to you, and then there was DJ Dan. I had my boy Biz from Texas with me, and we came up. We had Capital J, and we came to visit you. And there was DJ Dan. So I always thought about that. I've always loved you as a DJ, but I always would think of he's got to have the most amazing tracks. I mean, the selection and the availability to get those white labels, to get all the things that you could get.
Yeah,
at your fingertips. I mean, like, you must have had one of the luckiest positions in the world.
Yeah, for like current music for sure, and then but like I never stopped like hunting old records, because I love that early '90s era. It's just something about it that was, and I don't know, I guess it could be just nostalgia and the era that I was like first came up, I guess, and started listening to the music. But I honestly do believe that like it's the house music was very inspiring. Everything it was it's not that it was brand new, but there was a lot of risks being taken, and with music, and the production obviously wasn't as good as like today or some but like just like the you go to a party and it's just like you did not know what you were going to hear, and it would be mixed up, it would be this, like if people would play their genres generally, but you would have like it wouldn't be just like, oh, it's a house night, it's this night or it's that night. You'd have like a chill out room, you'd have, like our trip hop room, a hip hop room, and then the main room you could have like breaks and house and techno or hardcore or drum and bass, and which later became drum and bass. But and it's just a really nice, a special place in my heart because again, house music was so inspiring back then. If you listen to the vocals, it's very uplifting, and that's what house music is supposed to be, at least in my opinion. And it's like it's inspiring. I still listen to mixes from 91, 92, 93, 94. It was instead of going out in New York, going to see, like I said, going to Sound Factory. That's when I was, tried out with Sound Factory before. I used to go to Sound Factory a lot. In the Limelight, of course, the Tunnel. There was Sound Factory Bar if you wanted to go hear it was more like, it could be like a Latin night, but like Latin house music, which was actually had like a kind of a big era, like 93 or 94. Like, there was like, there was a later tribal era, and then there was like that earlier tribal era, which they kind of mixed Latin house in with it, which is really fun. And I love that stuff. And even though I don't play it, I just love it. And used to be a hip hop club called Nels that was I think it was on 14th Street. I used to go to that, and you would you would just see like just the people that you would see there, which you see celebrities, all the time, and it was just it was a pretty fun era. Again, I could go on for hours. Just the things that you see, the variety. It was like a circus out there, and it's like every single night you went out, you never knew what was going to happen. Meaning, like who you might see, just the music, just like it was a very fun time to be out and to be involved with music.
Well, that's really cool. I'm interested. A friend of mine was talking to me about this, and he was talking about what time of the night do you like to play a set? Where in the night do you prefer to play your set? Do you like more the end or the bang in the middle, or do you like opening up?
Yeah. So I've done it all, and again, it kind of depends on my mood. I can play. Sometimes I'll play this house music, and so if I'm gonna play early, that works. Sometimes I'll be in the mood to play more progressive, maybe like a Digweed kind of inspired sounds or something. And obviously that you don't want to open up with that; you put people to sleep. So I go through different I go, and sometimes I'll try to intertwine like music and different like styles and genres together. I guess that's what I'm more known for is, I'll combine just straight up house music with breaks and
throw in some Wu-Tang.
And progressive.
Some Wu-Tang.
Yeah, it just I won't play hip hop, but I mean I will play hip hop like separately, but like so it really depends. And I've done it all. Like I opened up for Paul Okenfold and Crystal Method like not that long ago. It was last month or 2 months ago. It was it started early and kind of ended early, and it started at 8, and I was a little bit, and I was opening. I was like, 8, okay, all right, so I'm gonna play an opening set, and I walked in, and the place already had like 500 people in it. I couldn't believe it. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm changing what I'm playing. So I played more of like just a harder set, and it was great. It was so much fun.
Chris, that was one of the best sets I've ever heard from you. I've heard so many sets from you, but that set was amazing. I was there for it, and the dance. It was just alive. It was alive in there, and you killed it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, the other friend, my friend who DJs, like now he's so happy in the modern world of being able to just put a USB stick on a necklace and get on a plane and go to the next job,
Yeah.
Like not carrying all the box of it. But how do you like that advantage of being able to have more of a selection with you on
Yeah,
whom to pick
it
from.
certainly makes it easier, but I do go through like vinyl withdrawal every couple months. But yeah, I can totally relate to what he's saying. Like, one of my fondest memories was, again, I think this is one of the Venezuela gigs. I was flying to Miami, international, and I ran into. I remember I was walking back from, I can't remember which airline I took down there, but I had to get back to domestic, and I had it was records. I think I had two of the boxes on no, one, excuse me, it was a bag and a box on wheels, and it was the longest walk I've ever taken in my life. I was just like, it kept on, like, you saw this long hallway, okay, this has got to be the end right there. That must be it. There was like you turn, another super long hallway, and then there would be like another one. I mean, it took me about half an hour, and these things are, they're not, they're not like, the funny thing is I ran into my friend John Creamer, who's he was, especially during like in early 2000s, probably the biggest producer in the world, like '01, I believe, '02, somewhere in there. But we ran into each other, so we walked, together, and we were laughing because he used to work at Satellite, and he worked at 8 Ball Records before that. But anyway, so we ran into him and made the walk a little bit more bearable. But yeah, just having my headphones and 2 USB sticks, and just being able to change the genres on the fly like that, like that's just like, you can read a room, and I don't change too much. Like, I like to play what I want, but usually people like what I end up playing. But I will, I mean, obviously, depending on the crowd, and the time, I will adjust within what I'm gonna play. And again, because I have a pretty wide variety of music, I can adapt.
It's amazing, as yourself as a DJ, how many records you must have stored in red, because when you're playing, you're looking at the crowd and you're thinking, oh yeah, no, I think this one would work it well with this now, and then like it's that randomness of the DJ that vibes a club. Do you know, it is the DJ and how they play makes the club.
I like to keep it random. I've never ever planned out a set. I never will. And that to me, it's a rush. So when you play a really good set, or you do like a good mix, it's good, works out. It's like a dopamine blast. It's a rush, and like if I had pre-planned it, or if I had did something, it would not. I wouldn't feel that way. Just being able to have that much variety, it is like, I was very against it at first, which is kind of funny. I was, I worked at a record store, so yeah, I wasn't, very too positive about it. But I played out in San Diego one time. This was probably in 2004, 2003. It was right just before Satellite closed down, and I went out to San Diego. I think it was 2004, 2005. But anyway, and I went out there with my records, and the guys were like looking at me like I was weird, and I think that this wasn't USB, but this was like they were using CDs and all that. Like, what are you doing still playing vinyl? I'm like, what are you talking about? And like, yeah, that's gonna be out with the Dodo Bird or something along those lines. And I was like, no. No. I was like, DJs aren't gonna. I mean, some people might, but there's no way DJs are. Well, I was wrong. But although if you go to Germany, I know there's still a pretty decent vinyl scene, but overall, it's just so much better.
I think vinyl's making a comeback again.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, again, it's way more interesting to see somebody playing vinyl than to watch somebody playing digitally. First of all, I guess I'm a little bit of a purist, so if people have said I don't want to see a pre-recorded set. I don't even want to see sync. I just don't. Like, it's just, it's just. It takes away from me, and maybe because I am a DJ, maybe, and maybe the younger generation or some other people don't care. But I do, and I think it's like I've always, love, like, again, there's artistry and there's technique when you DJ, so there's like two separate skill sets involved, and I appreciate it. Like when I see the last time I saw Digweed play, he wasn't syncing. I heard him mess up a mix. Not bad, of course, because he's really, really good. And but you heard him get off a little bit, and he brought it back, and that got me so hyped. I was like, I like to hear people mess up a little bit. I don't want to hear a train wreck, but you hear someone working it like that. Oh my, that got me so pumped. That was amazing.
You just hear you hear where they're going with it.
Yeah, but you just, I don't, again, like doing it on, I guess I shouldn't assume, but you think they're probably doing it on the fly, and they're up there actually working, and just to hear someone whose skill is that good, to be around someone, to witness someone, it's like seeing, an amazing band. Obviously you see it on lip sync, and that's pretty disappointing. But when you witness, greatness, and you're experiencing it, it's like it is a drug. It's at least for me it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's all about, so we're gonna have to wrap it up here soon. But
all right. Well, thank you so much, Chris, for being with us on Across the Pond.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Really looking forward to next Saturday, the 17th. And catching you at the Boom Room. I love hearing you all the time, of course. And you're doing a lot of stuff. Nomadic Tribe is still together,
right?
And I know you guys do a lot of stuff up with the No Fun Lo-Fi. Those are vinyl events, correct?
Not all vinyl, but we will do vinyl. We have done a couple of vinyl nights. Sometimes we do. It depends. Like it's just sort of random. But like I said, when it is in vinyl. We've also recorded a lot of vinyl to date, to digital, and so you will hear. It'll be almost like a vinyl experience when we're not doing vinyl, but that's just because again the randomness of what we like to play, and I said there's a lot of old records that are not digital. A lot, I'm constantly going through for records, and there's so many good ones that I still buy. I still go on Discogs, I still buy records, because a lot of them you can't find digitally, but I will buy the vinyl.
That's good to hear. Great. Thank you so much, Chris. I enjoyed your set. I played on one of my radio shows before, so thank you for that.
Yeah, he actually did the Okenfold show. And then I just want to say, we could talk about John Caglia here, but I think what we'll do, Russ, is save it, because I think John will be an interview himself.
I'd like to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, absolutely. We wanted to have him here today, but schedules didn't allow. But I think, Russ, you'd really enjoy talking to John as well. So we might try to make that happen for a later.
And then, one quick, I wanted to go back because I didn't want to interrupt him. But when Anthony was talking about hall walls, I don't know if you guys caught that, but who was involved with that, but he did say Cindy Sherman, which I didn't know. And if you don't, Cindy Sherman is one of the biggest art photographers in the world. Like she doesn't live here anymore, but if you look her up, she's from Buffalo, and she is one of the most famous artists. Like she's unbelievable. So when he said it, I was kind of blown away by that he has a connection with her. Like, look her up. She is from Buffalo, doesn't live here anymore. She went to New York, of course, but she is, legendary artist, like big, like almost Andy Warhol level. Like she is really big for photography, like unbelievable.
Amazing. So much talent, so many people from our city that have gone on to do amazing things. And again, Chris, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. And this will air, we're going to air it on rhythmrepublic.live on Tuesday, and then Russ will release it at russ8889 on YouTube. And we hope to talk to you soon, and we will definitely see you on January 17th at...
Thank you so much for your time.
We'll see you there, Chris.
Thank you, Russ.
All right, take care.
You take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Public Radio. on that note, let's get back to the program. And on that note, let's get back to the program.
again. She's not a lover, she's just a friend. I'm sick and tired for you to blame on me. Now you think it's funny. Now you wanna spend your money on girls, but you forgot when you were down. Girls, but you forgot when you were down. Girls, but you forgot when you were down. Girls, but you forgot when you were down.
Trying to have some fun. I need you guys to tell me. Is anybody in here tonight want to have some fun?
music all night long.
Rhythm Republic Radio. New global groove.
let's get back to the program. And on that note, let's get back to the program.
not a lover, she's just a friend. I'm sick and tired for you to blame on me. Now you think it's funny. Now you wanna spend your money on girls, but you forgot when you were down. Girls, but you forgot when you were down. Girls, but you forgot when you were down. Girls, but you forgot when you were down.
anybody in here tonight trying to have some fun? I need you guys to tell me. Is anybody in here tonight want to have some fun?